Sham Sharada Nalalida Loka Pranaya Karuna Ghana Ganatvam Sham Sharada Nalalida Loka Pranaya Karuna Kanaganatam Praptasya Kalyana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Praptasya Kalyana Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nritya Gita Vaditra Madhyam Manasura Sena Romanchakam Pasru Taranga Bhajo Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Shiradikama Shivigrahara Dhana Nityanana Shingaratanama Ndiramarjanado Shivigahara Nana Shingaratanma Ndiramarjanado Yuktasya Bhaktamsa Niyunjatapi Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Yuktasya Bhaktamsa Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Swatana Triptan Hari Bhakta Shanghan Asi Bhagavat Prasada Swatana Triptan Kridvaiva Triptim Bhajata Shadeva Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Shiradhikama Vavayarapara Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namna Shiradhikama Para Madhurya Leela Pratikshana Swa Dhanalalupasya Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Ne Kunjayuno Rati Kelisidhai Jajali Bhir Juktir Apekshaniya Nikunjayuno Rati Kelisidhai Jajali Bhir Tatrati Daksha Ativalabhasya Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Ativalabhasya Bande Guru Shri सच्चाधरितेन समस्त शास्त्रे उक्ता तथा भव्यतैव साधुभिः सख्याधरि किन्तु प्रभोज प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणरविन्दम् वन्दे गुरो श्री यस्य प्रसाद भगवत् प्रसाद यस्य प्रसादं न गति कुतपि यश प्रसाद भगवत् प्रसाद यस्य प्रसादं न गति कुतपि ध्यायं स्तुवं तस्य यशस्त्रिं सन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणरविन्दं ध्यायं स्तुवं तस्य यशस्त्रिं सन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणरविन्दं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनेति नामिने नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाचतारि शतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासारि गौरा भक्तवृंद श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासारि गौर भक्त जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासारि गौरा भक्तवृंद श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासारि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासारि गौर भक्तवृंद चैतन्य चैतन्य नित्यानंद गदाधर शिवासारि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hariyaraye Namah Krishna, Jadavaye Namah, Hariyaraye, Jadavaye Madhavaya, Keshavaya Namah, Hare Gopal Govindaram, Shri Madhusudan, Giridhari Gopinath, Madana Mohan, Shri Chaitanya Nityananda, Shri Advaita Sita, Hari Guru Vaishnava, Bhagavata Gita, Shri Rupa Sanatan, Bhattaraguna, Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaraguna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Shri Shri Gaurnita, Gauranita, Patita Pavana Gauranita. Patita Pavana Gauranita. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadrama, Jaya Sudarshan Chakra. Subhadrama, Shri Shri Radha, Nilamadhava Radha, Nilamadhava Radhe. Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Premanande. Jai Vishnupada Paramahansa Prabhajaka Acharya Stuttara Sarashishimat Iskon Pratishta Viviti Samstapakacharya Vaishnava Siramani Gaura Priya Jana Krishna Prema Bhakti Datta Patita Pavana His Divine Grace Abhacharvina Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ji Ki Jai Shri Gauriya Guru Varga Patita Udhari Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Guna Sadguru Swami Prabhu's Ki Jai Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ji Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrindi Ki Jai Jai Param Dayal Se Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai Primanam Sankirtane Ka Janaka Prima Purushottam Sachinandan Shriman Gauranga Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gaur Hari Mavrana Avatar Ki Jai Golokera Pramadhan Hari Nam Sankirtan Jaga Ki Jai Jugadharma Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai Brihat Midanga Transcendental Book Distribution Seva Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopupna Radha Kunsama Kun Giriraj Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Brajabim Vrindavan Mathurudam Ki Jai Dear Lordship Shri Radha Nilamadhava Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Swami Baladev Samswadra Devi Sudarshan Chakra Bhagavan Ki Jai Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman Ji Ki Jai Bhakti Sarva Vigna Vinashana Kanishingare Bhagavan Ki Jai Paramakana Shri Gauranitai Ki Jai Jagangamai Jamunamai Ki Jai Tulsi Maharani Vrindi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Bolo Shri Mathuradharani Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrindi Ki Jai Nitai Gauri Pramanande Hari 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 Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories. Glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Hari Bol. Just Namaste Narasingaya Namaste Narasingaya Pralada Lada Daine Hiranyakashipu Bhaksha Hiranya Silatanka nakalaye Ito nishinha Barato nishinha Jatto jatto jami tato nishinha Bahir Nishingha, Rudaye Nishingha. Nara Shingha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Madim Sharanam Prapade. Tabakara Kamala Bade Naka Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tano Bringam Kesavadruta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare He Prabhu Jai Jagadisha Hare Abakara Kamala Bade Naka Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanobinga Kesavadruta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare He Prabhu Jai Jagadisha Hare Jayo Nishingadev Jayo Nishingadev Jayo Nishingadev Jayo Nishingadev Nishingadev Jayo Nishingadev Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Narahari Jayo Lakshmi Narasingha Jayo Lakshmi Narasingha Jayo Lakshmi Narasingha Jayo Lakshmi Narasingha Lakshmi Narasingha Jayo Lakshmi Narasingha Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Jai Gaura Pramanande Hari Haribo Jai Shri Bhakti Pada Sarvigna Vinashana Karni Shingare Bhagavan ki Jai Jai Bhakta Shrestha Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai Gaura Pramanande Hari Hari Haribo Jai Shri Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyai Kesava Satya Vishnu Bhakti Pradedeve Shatavatai Namo Namaha Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyai Kesava Satya Vishnu Bhakti Pradedeve Shatavatai Namo Namaha Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyai Kesava Satya Krishna Bhakti Pradedeve Shatavatai Namo Namaha Priyai Kesava Satya Krishna Bhakti Pradedeve Shatavatai Namo Jai Shrimati Tulasi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Eyavi Lasi Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Eyavi Lasi Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Eya Bilasi Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Eya Bilasi Jeto Mara Sharanalai Tara Vancha Purna Hoi Jeto Mara Kripa kori korotare Vrindavana vasi Kripa korotare Tumi kripa kori korotare Vrindavana vasi Kripa kori koratare Vrindavana vasi Mora Yabhilas Vilas Kunje Diovas Nayane Haribo Sada Jugala Ruparasi Haribo Sada Jugala Ruparasi Teini Vedana Dhara Shakiranu Gata Karai Shivayadhikara diye koroni jadasi Shivayadhikara diye koroni jadasi Kara diye koroni jadasi Dina Krishna Das koi Eye namora o Dina Krishna Das koi Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Yena Vasi Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Yena Vasi Vinda Preme Sadayena Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Janikanesha Papane Brahmatyarikanesha Tanitane Pranashanti Pradakshina Pade Pade Tanitane Pranashanti Pradakshina Jane Kandisha Papane Brahmatyarikanesha Tanitani pranashanti pradakshina paripade. Jani kanisha papani brahmatyari kanisha tanitane pranashanti pradakshina pade pade. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Brinda Devi, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Brinda Devi, Jaya Brinda Devi, Jaya Tulsi Maharani. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Di Pramanandi, Haribo. Shri Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyayai Kesava Satya Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Sattvatai Namo Namaha. Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyayai Kesava Satya Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Sattvatai Namo Namaha. Vrindayai Tulasi Devai Priyayai Kesava Satya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Sattvatai Namo Namaha. Sava Satya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Sattvatai. Jai Shrimati Tulasi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Guru Pramanande Haribo. I bow before you again and again. My desire to obtain the service of Shishi Radha and Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has wishes fulfilled. Bestow your mercy upon him, you make him resident of Vrindavan. My desire is that you also grant me a residence in pleasure groves of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Thus, within my vision, I will always behold the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower who carry the images of Raj. Please give me the privilege of devotional service and make me honored servant. This very fallen, lowly servant of Krishna praise. May I always swim in love with Shri Radha and Gopi. Shri Mati Tulasi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Bahujanma Kori Jadi Shravana Kirtana Tabutana Pai Krishna Pari Primadhana. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite of his endeavor chanting holy name for many births, he will not get love of Godhead. That's the ultimate goal of this chanting. There are 10 offenses in matter of chanting the holy name of the Lord that should be avoided. They are as follows. 1. To get a life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the Shiva and Lord Brahman to be equal to or independent of the name Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. Blasphemy, the Vedic Lord, or Lutheran Christians, Vedic version. 5. Consider the glory of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which often varies as fruitive activity, karma kanda. 9. To instruct the fearless person about the glories of the holy name. And 10. To not have complete faith in chanting the holy name and to maintain material attachments, even after instruction in this matter. It is also an offense to be retentive while chanting. Every devotee must carefully guard against these kind of offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer a humble obeisance unto all the Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. They are just like desired trees and they full of compassion for the fallen conditions. So, Vancha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Takuti Vaishnavini ki jai. What's his name? Oh, yeah. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sri Kastakam ki jai. Chito Darpanam Janam Brahmadavani Nirvapanam Shayakari Vachandika Vitaranam Vidya Badhu Jivanam Ananda Buddhivardhanam Pratiparam Purnamrita Shradanam Sarvatmasnam Param Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bhaudha Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita niyamita shmaranena kala etadrishi tava kripaya bhagavan mamapi durdhaiva midrishamiya janina nuraga trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amaninamanadena kirtaniya sada hari na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitamba jagarishakamaye Mama Janmani Janmaneshwari Bhavata Bhakti Raituki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitamam Vishame Bhavam Buddho Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stita Dhuli Sadrisham Vichintaya Nayanam Galora Shrudharaya Vadanam Gadgadarudhaya Gira Purakai Richitam Bapukada Tavanama Grahane Bhavisyati Jugaitam nimishena chakusha pravrushaitam sunyaitam jagata sarvam govinda virahena me asli shabhapadaratam pinashtumam adarshnar marmahatam karotuva jatha tathava vidadhatu lampoto mat pranathastu sa evana paraha. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sri Kastakam ki jai. Namo Mahavarannaya Krishna Prema Pradayati Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life or repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the primary benediction for humanity at large because it spreads rays that benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which all is anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govind. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names, O my Lord. Out of kindness, you have enabled us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. Once we chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, think oneself a Lord on Stony Street, one should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yes, some or other I've fallen in this ocean of death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, But will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? But will my voice choke up and with the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and sure remains so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for his Lord is my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shikyastakam ki jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakchurunmilitam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jaina Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunata Vintam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Cha Hitno Vishnu Padayo Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shmate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Sunyavadi Pasatyadi Satarine Nama Om Vishnu Padayo Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shmate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhana Videvi Daitaya Kripabdhayi Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurjojala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravane Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virudhapus Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namagora Kishoraya Sachaveragya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambhude Parambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchit Ananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Birbhava Bhumitsvam Nirdesha Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhuma Sri Jagannath Yate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyaivacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavarannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratveshin Maha Panchatattvamakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanto Namosute Satupangor Mama Manda Matir Gatir Masarvasva Parambojo Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadumada Shmara Nagara Shingasanasto Shmaradha Shila Govinda Devo Pristali Bhise Vimano Shmaram Shman Rasara Sarambi Bam Shvato Tatastita Karshan Venu Sanar Gopi Gopinata Shriyestuna Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrusabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Guru Pranam Shri Brahma Sangeeta ki jai Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigra Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Chintamani Prakata Sanma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Viteshu Shurabhira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambhrama Sevamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamin Venum Kwanantamaravindarayala Taksham Bharam Vata Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसार्वनमाल्यवंशि रानाङ्गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासं श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियताप्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि याश सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पन्ति कलयन्ति चिरञ्जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिम् अनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभम् आत्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि Pantasukoti Prangамyo Vayu Ratapi Manaso Manipungavanam Sopyasya Prapadasimnya Vichincha Tate Govindamadi Purusham Tama Hambhajamin Ekwapyaso Rajajitum Jagananda Kotim Yakshakti Rasi Jagananda Chayadaranta Andantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamin Jat Bhav Bhavitadiyo Manujastataiva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhusha Shakti Evam Inkamais Prastituvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamin Nand Rasa Pratibhavitabis Tabiya Eva Nija Rupa Tayala Kalabi Goloka Eva Nivasat Kilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamin Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Shanta Shadeva Hrideshu Vilokayantim Jam Syama Sundarama Chintya Guna Swarupam Vindamadi Purusham Tamahavajamin Ramadi Murti Shukalani Yaminastistam Nana Vatarama Karor Bhuvanisikintu Krishnam Swayam Samabhavat Parama Pumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamin. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He has eternal blissful spiritual body. He has the origin of all. Origin? Causes. Shri Brahma Sangeeta ki jai.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor who is tending the cows, yielding all desire. In abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purple trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head decked with peacock's feather, with the figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, round whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the flute and jeweled ornaments, who always revels in pastimes of love, whose graceful threefold bending form of Shyam Sundar is eternally manifest.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose transcendental form is full of blessed substantiality and is thus full of the most dazzling splendor. Each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs and eternally sees, maintains, and manifests the infinite universe, both spiritual and mundane.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is inaccessible to the Vedas but obtainable by pure unalloyed devotion of the soul, who is without a second, who is not subject to decay, is without a beginning, whose form is endless, who is the beginning and the eternal Purusha. Yet he is a person possessing the beauty of blooming youth.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, only the tip of the toe of whose lotus feet is approached by the yogis, who aspire after the transcendental and betake themselves to pranayama by drilling the respiration, or by the jnanis who try to find out the non-differentiated Brahman by the process of elimination of the mundane, extending over thousands of millions of years.
He is an undifferentiated entity, as there is no distinction between potency and the possessor thereof. In his work of creation of millions of worlds, his potency remains inseparable, All the universes exist in him, and he is present in his fullness in every one of the atoms that are scattered throughout the universe at one and at the same time. Such is the primeval Lord whom I adore.
I adore the same Govinda, the Primal Lord, in whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, shows, convinces, and ornaments.
I worship Govinda, the primeval lord, residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities in the company of her confidant Sakis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Sham Sundara, Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts, with the eye of devotion tinged with the salve of love.
I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord who manifested himself personally as Krishna and the different avatars in the world in the forms of Ram, Narsimha, Vaman, etc. as his subjective portions. Brahma Samhita appears.
Bhagavad Gita, alternate translation from Bhagavad Gita, purport 7.1. Srinvatam swakata Krishna punya sravana kirtanaha hridayanta histo hi abhadrani vidinoti suhritsatam nasta prayesva abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki tada rajastamo bhava kama lobhadayaschayi चेत एतैरनावीदं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते विद्यते हृदयग्रन्थेश्चिद्यन्ते सर्वसमस्याः क्षीयन्ते यस्य कर्माणि दृष्टा एवात्मनीश्वरे.
To hear about Krishna from Vedic literatures or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita is itself righteous activity. And for one who hears about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is dwelling in everyone's heart, act as best wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly engages in hearing of him.
What's the next? In this way, devotee naturally develops dormant transcendental knowledge as he hears more about Krishna from the avatar and from the devotees. He becomes fixed in devotional service of the Lord. But this one is bad.
In this way, by development of devotional service, one becomes freed from the modes of passion and ignorance, and thus material lusts and avarice are diminished. When these impurities are wiped away, the candidate remains steady in his position of pure goodness, becomes enlivened by devotional service, and understands the science of God perfectly.
Thus, Bhakti Yoga severs the hard knot of material affection and enables one to become at once to the stage of asamsyam samagram, understanding of the supreme absolute truth, personality of Godhead. Therefore, only by hearing from Krishna or from his devotees in Krishna consciousness can one understand the science of Krishna.
one working? Okay. No, no harmonium. I got mine, but it's gonna take time. No. Yeah, okay. It's Maharaj, you know. Okay, just by his bed.
Why can't you use that harmonium?
Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Okay. No, bring the other one. I have my own one I used to use. I have one I had to use. That's the best one. No, it's big. Okay. Yes, thank
Oh
you.
yeah, that one's the best one.
It's just open it from the floor.
Maharaj had it. Maharaj had it many times.
Gonna fit in there.
Right on.
Yeah. This is yeah.
Prabhuji, why don't you use that full one? It's wider. You can fit it
No,
there.
fine. Yeah, I'm holding. After.
But the blue one there is wider. That one. Blue one.
Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Girivaradari Jai Girivaradari Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Girivaradari Jai Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Jamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Oh Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram oh Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna oh Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama oh Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna oh Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama oh Rama Rama Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Shri Radha Madhava Bhagavan Ki
Jai.
Golokera Pramadhaninam Sankirtan Yagya Ki
Jai.
Jai Vishwapara Paramsa Prabhajaka Chadya Astottara Sadashishimat Iskon Pratishta Vividi Samstapaka Charvaishnava Sramani Gaura Priya Jana Krishna Prema Bhakti Data Patita Pavana His Divine Grace Abhay Charavina Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ji Ki Jai
Jai.
Shri Gaurya Guru Varga Patiti Udhar Ki Jai
Jai.
Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakti Das Gunasat Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai
Jai.
Nama Acharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ji Ki Jai
Jai.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavindi Ki Jai
Jai.
Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Ki Jai
Jai.
Jai Param Dayal Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai
Jai.
Prema Nama Sankirtane Ka Janaka Prema Purushottama Shri Satchidananda Shman Gauranga Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gaur Hari Mavrana Avatar Ki Jai
Jai.
Golokera Pramadhan Harinam Sankirtan Jaga Ki Jai
Jai.
Shri Harinam Sankirtan Sarva Mangal Ki Jai
Jai.
Transcendental Book Distribution Seva Ki Jai
Jai.
Granth Raj Mar Bhagavatam Mahapuran Ki Jai
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Hari Pramanande
Hari Bol.
All glories to the assembled bodies
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled bodies
Hare Krishna.
All glories to the assembled bodies
Hare Krishna.
All glories, glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gaurang.
Jai.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Guru Gradanyangana Gutra Varagharam Guranga Guratama Gupata Kappa Viksham Gupala Gadara Tidam Virishna Guru Govindishkambaram Satatanamani. Jai. So, thank you so much for getting into this routine. Unfortunately, we missed Maharaj, but by his blessing, we can continue always the devotional service. He has taught us how to do the things. So now it's Shravan Kirtan. We heard a lot from him. Now we're to repeat when we get a chance. Now he's not here, unfortunately, with us. So we have to continue with this process. We have Bhagavatam every day, Nityam Bhagavata Seva. So as for myself, I'm not qualified to speak about Bhagavatam, but as a server, since you requested me, I really appreciate for engaging in the service. I'm doing this as a matter of service to serve Vaishnavas. We speak whatever has been prompted from within by Shri Guru and Gauranga, Sadhu Shastra and Guru. So we're gonna recite Bhagavatam. We're gonna go over the verse, the last verse Maharaj spoke, Bhagavatam. And before that, let's glorify Bhagavatam, because we hear Bhagavatam not to become scholars or no. Bhagavatam is Supreme Personality of Godhead. We're to glorify Bhagavatam. After glorifying Bhagavatam, then we read from we hear from Bhagavatam. This way, we receive the mercy of Grantaraj Bhagavatam. So we're going to sing some prayer. We already recited a lot of prayers. We're going to sing some more prayers, and then we read the verse. Narayana Namaskritya Naruncheva Naruttamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jadmudiraye Vede Ramayane Cheva Purane Bharate Tata Advante Chamade Cha Hari Sarvatra Giyate Makang Karuti Vachalang Pangum Langayate Girin Yat Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarina Paramananda Madhavam Dharma Prujita Kaitavutro Paramandirma Sharanam Satam Vedyam Vastavamatra Vasusivadam Tapo Troyamalanam Shumara Bhagavati He Mahamuni Krite Kimva Paririshvara Sadyurudya Varudya Titra Kriti Shushu Vistatkanat Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Sukamukharam Ritatrava Sangitam Vibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Murahura Sika Bhuvibabuko Anarthupasamam Sakshat Bhakti Yogam Adukyaji Lokasya Janato Vidran Sakri Sabdata Sangitam Yasham Vesunyamanayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhakti Ruparyate Punsaso Kamoho Vayapaho Shmara Bhagavatam Purana Mamalam Jadvaishnamanam Priyam Yasmin Parangam Samekamalam Gyanam Paramagiyate Tatru Gyana Viraga Vaiti Saitam Naskarmyama Vrishkritam Tatsruvan Supatan Vicharano Paro Bhaktya Vimuche Naro Arthuyum Brahmasutranam Bharatarthu Vinirnayo Gayatri Basyarupaso Vedartho Parivrurita Sarva Videtiya Sanam Saram Saram Samadrutam Sarva Vidanto Saram Shrimad Bhagavatam Isyate Tadra Samrita Truptasya Nanyatra Syatradi Kvachit Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Janma Dyasayatam Vayaritartascha Tirsvavigya Swarat Tene Brahma Hridaye Adikavaye Mo Jantija Suraya Tejo Varimritan Jata Vinimajo Jatra Trisargam Risya Damna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyang Param Dhimahi. O my Lord Shri Krishna, Son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because it's the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the very knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representation of water in the fire or lands in the water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reaction of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Shri Krishna, who is eternally existent in his transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavad Puran propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in the heart, completely free from envy. The highest truth is the reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such a truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, By this course of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Shmar Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Shukadev Goswami. Therefore, this food has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Otherwise, we already read them already, so we just stop there. We read all these a lot. Sampatam Swagata Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear Roshni, dear Vaishnava, thank you for giving me the opportunity, and thank you most of all for giving me your association. And this way, by the measure of Granth Raj Bhagavatam, we can learn something. And Bhagavatam is as good as Supreme Lord. Krishna Tulya Bhagavat, Vibhu Sarvashai, Pratisloke Pratyakyare, Nana Arthakai. Mahaprabhu said this, Chaitanya Bhagavat. Smar Bhagavatam is as good as Krishna. Krishna Tulya Bhagavat. Vibhu Sarva. Supreme Lord Krishna is Vibhu, supremely unlimited Lord. So is Bhagavatam. Pratisloke Pratyakyare, Vibhu Sarvashrai. We take shelter of Krishna as Supreme Lord. That's all we need. We need shelter of the Bhagavan. So Bhagavatam wants to give me shelter, and especially in this Kali Yuga. The two all-merciful manifestations of the Supreme Lord in this Kali Yuga. They appear in this Kali Yuga for the deliverance of all the conditioned souls. You know those manifestations. One is Shmar Bhagavatam, and then Holy Name. And Shmar Bhagavatam is known as Nam Puran. From the beginning, middle, the end, Bhagavatam is glorifying Holy Name. That's why Bhagavatam is Nam Puran. They're all connected, yes. And they're both Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it's Kali Yuga. And we know the Parikit Maharaj Charita, the life of Parikit Maharaj. He's a very intimate associate with Supreme Lord, right? Supreme Lord actually protected him from Ashwatthama, Brahmastra, from the womb of, when he was in mother's womb. Supreme Lord gave him protection. So, why then Parikit Maharaj did what he did? He committed that, unwanted activity, offended the sage. That was the will of the Lord, so that Bhagavatam will appear. Just like Lord Krishna arranged the battle of Kurukshetra so that Bhagavad Gita can be spoken. Supreme Lord is inconceivable, his pastimes. So that's why the Supreme Lord wanted to appear in the Kali Yuga to teach that we have to take shelter of Shmar Bhagavatam. Krishna Swadhamo Pagate, Dharma Gyane Dibi Saha, Kalodrusham Esha, Puran Norko, Doni Dita. Bhagavatam says that in this Kali Yuga, when Supreme Lord Krishna, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, he returned to his abode. So the sage of Namisharana, they asked Sutta Goswami, where the religion, where the knowledge? Because Supreme Lord is everything. When he went back, he took everything, but what did he leave in the material world? The Supreme Lord always, when he comes and when he goes back, he always leaves his devotee. In case of Lord Ram, he left Hanumanji. He took everybody, or Yudhya, back to the spiritual world. But it's Hanuman's day. So Hanuman is still here in the Kim Purusha Vash. Kim Purusha Vash. Even at a time of Battle of Kurukshetra, Bhima Sen went to meet him there. Lord Krishna, when he left this world, who did he leave behind?
Vedyas.
Huh?
Vedyas.
Uddhav.
Uddhav.
Yeah. And all the Yadu, they were all annihilated by Krishna's will, but Uddhav has remained. Like this. So the Supreme Lord in this Kali Yuga, he left. The sages put this question to Sutta Goswami. So what is the religion, dharma, gyan? How are we going to find that in this material world? Because the Lord is the embodiment of this. Now it's gone. What are we going to do now? But then Bhagavatam. Punanarko. So Bhagavatam is, this verse in Bhagavatam said that Krishna Swadhamupagate Dharma Gyana Dibisaha Kalinasta Dushamesha Puranarko Tonuditaha. That this Bhagavatam is as brilliant as the sun. This material sun dispels the darkness of night. Now we're coming from the night, the sun will come and it dispels all the darkness. But Bhagavatam is Chinmoya Bhaskara. Chinmoya means transcendental sun. Bhaskara is the name of the sun. Sun has many names, Surya, Bhaskara. So Bhagavatam is transcendental, brilliant sun in the heart that dispels ignorance of the living entities. Because the ignorance in the heart of the living entity is like darkness. Like it's said about Desham Evanu Kampartam Ahama Gyana Jantama. Nashan Babakto Gyana Dipena Bashpata. He said the heart of the living entity. My devotee, I dispel the darkness or ignorance there in the heart. So Bhagavatam is like that. It's Chinmoya Bhaskara. Therefore, we have to take shelter of Bhagavatam. That's why I said that verse Krishna Tulya Bhagavat Vibhu Sarvashraya. We take shelter of Krishna is Sarvashraya, shelter of everyone, so Bhagavatam too. See, that's why everything we do in Krishna consciousness is very scientific. The Acharya Prabhupada, they introduced this program. Every morning we have to chant Harinam and hear Bhagavata. Nitya Bhagavata Sevaya. Nitya Bhagavata. Daily we have to serve Bhagavatam and by hearing Bhagavata. Nitya Bhagavata Sevaya. And we have to chant. All other things may be cancelled due to some situation, circumstance, but we must Bhagavatam, hearing from Bhagavatam should always be there. So the glories of Bhagavatam is unlimited. So I'm going to go to the text. We're going to go over the text, last text that Haribras Maharaj spoke. That is third canto.
3,
Yeah, 3:14.
3:14, 43.
43, okay. Maybe you can repeat. Na brahmadanda dagdasya. Na brahmadanda dagdasya. Na bhutabaya dasya cha. Na bhutabaya dasya cha. Narakas chanu grinati. Narakas chanu grinanti. Yam yam yonim asogataha. Yam yam yonim asogataha. Na brahmadanda dagdasya. Na bhuta bhaya dasya cha. Narakas chanu grinanti. Yam yam yonim asogataha. Could you repeat? Anybody would like to repeat? Na brahmadanda dagdasya.
Na bhutabaya dayasya.
Na bhuta bhaya dasya cha.
Narakashanugrahnanti.
Narakas chanu grinanti.
Yam yam yonim asau gataha.
Yam yam yonim asogataha. Na brahmadanda dagdasya. Na bhuta bhaya dasya cha. Narakashanuragranti. Yam yam yonim asogata.
Brahmadanda dagadasya
Brahmadanda dagdasya.
Nabhuta bhayadasya cha
Nabhuta bhayadasya cha.
Narakasya chanugrahanti
Narakashanugrinanti.
Yam yam yonim asogataha
Yam yam yonim asogata.
Na brahmadanda dagdhasya
Na brahmadanda dagdasya.
na bhuta bhayadasya cha
Na bhuta bhayadasya cha.
narkasya chanugrahananti
Narakashanugrinanti.
yam yam yonim asaugatah
Yam yam yonim asogata.
Na
Na
brahmadanya dagyasya
brahmadanda dagdasya.
na bhuta bhaya dasya cha
Na bhuta bhayadasya cha.
narakas
Narakashanugrinanti.
yam yam yonim asogataha
Yam yam yonim asogata. Na brahmadanda dagdasya. Na bhuta bhayadasya cha. Narakashanugrinanti. Yam yam yonim asogata. Word meaning? Na. Never. Brahmadanda. Punishment by Brahmana. Dagdasya. Of one who is so punished. Na. Neither. Bhutabhasadasya. Of one who is always fearful to the living entities.
One who is always fearful of the living entities.
Cha. Also. Narakaye. Those condemned to hell. Cha. Also. Anugrinanti. Do any favor. Yam yam. Whichever. Yonin. Species of life. As so. The offender. Gataha. Goes. Okay. Translation. The verse and purport by Srila Prabhupada. A person who is condemned by Brahmana or is always fearful to other living entities is not favored either by those who are already in hell or by those in the species in which he is born. Please kindly repeat after me. A person who is condemned by the Brahmana
person who is condemned by a brahmana
or is always fearful to other living entities
or is always fearful to other living entities
is not favored either by those
is not favored either by those
who are already in hell
who are already in hell
or by those in the species in which he is born.
or by those in the species in which he is born.
Okay, only 2 lines. Purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. A practical example of condemned species of life is the dog. Dogs are so condemned that they never show any sympathy to their contemporaries. I should go next verse because it's not much really here.
Yes.
I'm going to be the next verse. This was the last verse of the chapter, right?
No, didn't move. Please move.
Where is it? Okay. Let me see. 44. Okay, 2 inverses. Okay. I'm just going to read this Sanskrit. You can repeat one time, okay? Kasyapa uvacha Krita Shukanutapena Sadhya Pratyavamarshanat Bhagavad Churu Manascha Bhavimaya Pichandarat Chadarat Putra Shiva Chaputranam Bhavitaika Satam Mataha Gasyanti Yat Pasya Sudham Bhagavat Yashasha Samam. Okay, word meaning? Kasyapa Uvacha. The learned Kasyap said, Kritashoka, having lamented, Anutapena, by penitence, Sadhya, immediately, Pratyavamarsanat, by proper deliberation, Bhagavati, unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Uru, great, Manat, adoration, Cha, and Bhave, unto Lord Shiva, Mai Api, unto me also, Cha, and Adarat, by respect, Putrasya, of the son, Eva, certainly, Cha, and Putranam, of the sons, Bhavita, shall be born, Ekaha, one, Satam, of the devotees, Mataha, approved, Gayanti, will broadcast, Yat, of whom, Yashaha, recognition, Sudham, transcendental, Bhagavat, of the personality of Godhead, Yasha, Yashasha, with recognition, Samam, equally. Translation, Vaishnava Prabhupada. The learned Kashyapa said, because of your lamentation, penitence, and proper deliberation, and also because of your unflinching faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and your adoration to Lord Shiva and me, one of the sons of Prahlad, of your son Hiranyakashipu, will be an approved devotee of the Lord, and his fame will be broadcast equally with that of the personality of Godhead. So there's no purport here. Let's go to the next verse. Yoger ema durvanam
Yoge Durvanam
bhava sishyanti sadhava nirvera divi atmanam yachilam anuvartitum. Okay, word meaning? Yogei, by the rectifying processes.
by the verifying process.
Ema, gold. Iva, like. Durvanam, inferior quality.
Imperial quality.
Bhava Isyati, Bhava Isyanti, yeah, will purify. Sadhava, saintly persons. Nirvaira Adivi, by practice of freedom from animosity, etc. Admanam, the self. Yat, whose. Shilam, character. Anuvartitum, to follow in the footsteps. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. In order to follow in his footsteps, central person will try to emulate his character by practicing freedom from animosity, just as the purifying processes rectify gold of inferior qualities. Please repeat. In order to let me start. In order to follow in his footsteps, saintly person will try to humiliate his character by practicing freedom from animosity. Just as the purifying processes rectify gold of inferior quality. Good. So here we have some substantial purpose by Srila Prabhupada. Yoga practice, the process of purifying one's existential identity, is based mainly on self-control. Without self-control, one cannot practice freedom from animosity. In a conditional state, every living being is envious of another living being. But in a liberated state, there is an absence of animosity. Prahlad Maharaj was tortured by his father in so many ways, yet after the death of his father, he prayed for his father's liberation by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He did not ask any benediction that he might have asked, but he prayed that his atheistic father might be liberated. He never caused any of the persons who engaged in torturing him at the instigation of his father. So a very instructive verse, since we have limited time. So I'll read the translation again. In order to follow in his footsteps, saintly persons will try to emulate his character by practicing freedom from animosity, just as the purifying processes rectify gold of inferior quality. So, now, yoga, Prabhupada said. Yoga practice is the process of purifying one existential identity. So yoga here is very broad words. So any spiritual process actually is yoga. That's why we have different yoga, Hatha yoga, Raj yoga, some material type of yogas. But the whole idea, yoga means spirituality. And yoga is actually meant for purification, to control the senses. In its very simple word, yoga means control of the mind. Because the mind is the chief of the senses. If the mind is controlled, all other senses naturally, because the mind dictates the senses. If the mind is wicked, the sense will be wicked. If the mind is very controlled, if the mind is properly controlled, then a sense will be acting properly. Therefore, it is said, uncontrolled mind is your worst enemy. Controlled mind is the best friend. So, who you like to be with? Best friend or wicked friend? Like association. In spiritual life, the two things are very important. Association. In the process of Sharanagati, of surrender, because Bhakti Yoga, spiritual life, special Bhakti Yoga, is about to surrender to the Supreme Lord. The impersonalists, all other types of yoga, they do, but their process is not really complete, or the process is not very pure. That's what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Yoginam api sarvesham mad gatarantarashmana shadavan bhajanti yomam yosa samomataha. This is Lord Krishna's opinion. Out of all the yogis, the Bhakti yogi is the best. Why? Because the Bhakti yogi accepts the Supreme Lord as a person, as a master, as the deliverer. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in Bhagavad Gita, Shastra Sadhu Atma Apanaki Jana Krishna Mora Prabhu Tatra Jiva Hoi Gyan. Mahaprabhu says, by the mercy of the Lord and Paramatma, Sadhu, we come to realize that Krishna is actually my Prabhu. He Lord of my life. He's my deliverer from this dangerous world. We all fall in this material world. This material world is a very dangerous place. Dukkalayam ashashwatam. Padapadam padam. Miserable platform. Everything you get in this material world is temporary. You want some enjoyment, it has a limit. That's what Bhagavad said. Bhagavata said, Yehi samsparchaja boga dukha yuneva evat. Adyantavanta kaunteya nadeshu ramante buddha. Lord Krishna says again, the sage, the intelligent, wise people, they don't endeavor for sense gratification. Because they know sense gratification has a beginning and an end. It's just the pleasure of senses and the sense object. That's what we call pleasure, but that's not pleasure. There's very fleeting pleasure. Pleasure may be there, but it isn't significant. It's just like a pleasure you get in the dream. You get some pleasure in the dream when you wake up. It's not real. You're frustrated. So therefore, Mahaprabhu says, Shastra Guru Atma Apanaki Jana Krishnera Mora Prabhu Tatra Jiveho Gyan. By the mercy of Shastra, Sadhu, Vaishnava, and the Atma, super soul in the heart, according to your karma, according to your previous sukriti, pious activity, time comes for you to come to Krishna. We all came to Krishna consciousness. We didn't plan it. Nobody knew. Nobody remembers past. So there's so many people in this world, billion of people. How many people coming to accept Krishna, to accept devotional service as the only ultimate goal of life? Look, how many? 5 of us, 6 of us sitting here, but the whole world, including the community devoted, so many, because they had to do things. So you have to say that only by Krishna's mercy we can become purified. Here, Prabhupada explained the yoga. So the yoga that purifies is bhakti yoga. Other yoga, they're not pure. Understand? They still have material contamination. Like it is said by Rupa Goswami, Anya Bila Sita Sunyam, Jnana Karmadi, Anuvrutam, Anukulyena Krishna Ruslanam, Bhakti Rutama. So Bhakti Rutama, that's a real process. So Krishna consciousness speak about this. What is the ultimate goal of life? To serve Krishna unconditionally. No jnana, no karma, no tinge of everything. No jnana, karma, bhakti, jnana mishra, karma, no. Rupa Goswami said, Anukulyena Krishna Bhakti Uttama. Bhakti Uttama means to render service unto Krishna without any tinge of materialism. This is Uttama Bhakti. This is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yogi is the one who aspires to reach this goal. To understand, Lama Prabhu said, Jivera Sorpa Hoy, Krishna Nitya Das. Mahaprabhu came down out of compassion to Krishna. Chaitanya Prabhu, Jiver Daya Kori, Swapasada Swiyadhama, Swayang Avatari. Mahaprabhu came. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Jiver Daya Kori, out of compassion, and intense compassion. Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord, right? Even Krishna, Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Even Krishna didn't show that much mercy like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But there's an explanation behind it, there's siddhanta behind it. Because when Mahaprabhu came in the mood of a devotee, especially assuming the mood of Srimati Radharani, So Supreme Lord is two main energies there also. One is called Kripa Shakti, the other one is called Icha Shakti. So Krishna, who is Shaktiman, he is energetic in English. So he's Shaktiman, is the energetic, and Srimati Radharani is Shakti. In Chaitanya Chandra said, Krishna Purna Shaktiman, Radha Purna Shakti. So the powerful and his power, the same. Like the heat and the fire, you cannot separate them. In fact, you recognize the fire by the heat. If you go in somewhere it's cold, you don't even think of the fire. But as soon as you get something, some heat there, oh, there must be fire somewhere. So Mahaprabhu, when Krishna came in all other incarnations, he came as a Icha Shakti, the willpower. Everything happens by Krishna's will. You want to enjoy this way, Yogamaya arranges in that way. Now, when Krishna now accepts the role of devotee, mood of devotee, Bhakta Bhav, apari karmo Bhakta Bhav angikori, apariya charisikaya musabhare. Krishna decided I should give bhakti, I should teach bhakti, but I'm not a bhakta, I cannot teach it. So that's one of the reasons he came to teach bhakti by practicing bhakti himself. Apari karimu bhakta bhavangikor. I should assume the mood of bhakta and teach bhakti. So this is Mahaprabhu. So this bhakti yoga is the ultimate goal of life. We want to control our senses. As I said, there's different branches of yoga. But we, Bhagavatam, speak about Sanatana Dharma, Bhagavad Dharma. That means Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga. Other yogas are not for us. Sometimes people, they criticize, oh, Bhakti Yoga, very simple. You know, they admire for this because they do so many penances, austerities, study the Shastras. But when they come, they hear about Bhakti Yoga, they say, oh, Bhakti Yoga, that's for the fallen people, for the women, fallen people. Yes, we're all fallen in this material world. And Krishna is the deliverer of the most fallen. But they don't practice Bhakti Yoga. That's why they're not under the shelter of Supreme Lord. Because they're trying to achieve everything by their own endeavor, their own effort. So the process is ascending process. Our process is descending process. So Mahaprabhu said, by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, we get this opportunity to come to practice Bhakti Yoga. But however, these other spiritualists, because they haven't got that mercy, they criticize Bhakti Yoga. Actually, Bhakti Yoga is Panchama Purushartha, beyond Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Panchama means the fifth one is the best, that's Bhakti Yoga. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, because he's Prima Purushottama, is the embodiment of love of Godhead, so he came as a Krupa Shakti, no Isha Shakti. So Radharani is Kripa Shakti. Krishna Shaktiman is Icha Shakti. But when I assume the mood of Srimati Radharani to deliver the whole world, he came in the mood of mercy power. Kripa Shakti. Because all the previous pastime of Krishna, Radharani, the Shakti energy, is under the control of a Shaktiman. Shaktiman doesn't allow, Radharani can't do anything. But now, when he himself assumes the mood of Radharani, that means Krishna now, he grants freedom to Shakti to go everywhere. So Shakti now is free, to deliver the whole world. Like the rain, the pouring rain, everywhere, on the rocks, on the desert, in the water, in the plant, no discrimination. The rain doesn't discriminate. So Mahaprabhu came in that mode of Srimati Radharani, therefore, in the mode of Kripa Shakti, freedom to distribute mercy to everyone, indiscriminately. So therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to compassion, he came to teach the Sharanagati. And in Sharanagati, the 6 symptoms are there. Anukulesa Sankalpa, Pratikulesha Bhajana. So I was saying that the foremost thing we need in spiritual life is association. Because I'm talking about the mind. The wicked mind and controlled mind. So in the part of devotional service, in the Sharanagati, Anukuli Sankalpa Pratikulesha Bhajana, simultaneously we're to give up bad association, like a wicked mind, and then we to accept good association, satsanga, so that we can become, we can make progress in spiritual life, in the practice of yoga. Therefore, Narottam Thakur said, Satsanga chari kaino, asate vilasa, je karane lagira je, karma bhanda pans. Narottam Thakur said, because of my bad fortune, satsanga chadiya. I have ignored association, good association. Satsanga chadiya, asati vilas. Asati vilas means bad association. And because of this, the noose of my karma become tighter. I'm suffering so much. He's lamenting like this. So, Bhakti Yoga means to associate with the Lord. Bhaktistu Bhagavat, Bhakta, Sangena, Eva Prajayati. Bhakti gives bhakti. Nothing else gives bhakti. You can practice different yogas, different spiritual processes like mentioned here. And you can give charity. You can be a very charitable person in the world. You can have so many foundations, all that. It won't give you bhakti. Even you can pray by yourself. You can pray to the Supreme Lord. You won't get it. But Bhaktistu Bhagavat, Sangha. You have to associate Bhagavat Bhaktas, the devotee of the Lord. Bhakti Janmila Hoy Sadhu Sangha. Bhakti only manifests in an association with the other devotees of the Lord. This is the only process. No other way is there. Bhakti is Bhakti. Only by association devotee you get bhakti. The birthplace of bhakti is association devotee. Of course, everybody being part and parcel of Krishna, Mame Vamsa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We all have the qualitatively we like Krishna. But the bhakti we have is now covered up. Just like the fire is in the dry wood. There's a fire there, but the fire is not manifest. When you touch, it can burn, but the fire is there. What you need when you ignite the fire, or you take matches or lighter, and then you set up fire, and then they start burning there. So bhakti is there in the heart. What's the fire to ignite that dormant bhakti? Bhaktas. When you associate with bhaktas, you hear Krishna Katha, Satam Prasangam Mamavirya Sambido. When you associate with devotees, Satam, devotees, you hear Bhagavatam, you hear about the glory of the Supreme Lord, then it is the power. It goes through your ears, the heart, and you get power to develop bhakti. It's spoke by Lord Kapiladev in third canto. So we're only interested in bhakti yoga. Don't even think about other yogas that people do. This is the instruction there. And what's bhakti yoga? Vrindavan Thakur says, Bhakti yoga, dhana, bhakti Krishna nam shmarana kandana. Bhakti yoga means, this is Vrindavan Das Thakur, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and Vrindavan Das Thakur is incarnation of Vyasadeva, the author of Vedic knowledge. So he says, Bhakti yoga, 3 times, Bhakti yoga is only asset, only wealth, only thing we need. Because we need Krishna. Everything we're doing here in this material world, knowingly or unknowingly, even the demons, even the karmis, they're all looking for Krishna. But Krishna can never manifest to them because they're envious other living entities that mentioned this verse. They're killing animals, eating them. They're envious one another. Krishna says, somebody who has this mentality, I will never be revealed to him. Right? Because it's very contaminated. It's very contaminated. So we have to purify ourselves. So those people, they cannot see Krishna. They cannot approach Krishna. They can never realize Krishna. That's why in this verse, Bhagavatam, Kurifi said, rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. So those spiritualists, the yoga, the practice is motivated. Some they want to be one with the Lord. Some they want to emerge with the Supreme Lord. We call Sayuja Mukti. It's very bad. It's condemned by the Vaishnava, Sayuja Mukti. The devotee don't want to talk about it. And some they want to develop mystic power, yoga siddhis, like this. This is all materially motivated. That's why those Chatur Varga, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and bhakti, moksha, they're all material. Because they're contaminated with material, with some materialism. So therefore, we have to cleanse our heart only through the process of bhakti yoga. So that's why Vrindavan Das Thakur said, bhakti yoga is the only thing we need to do in order to get Krishna. Like Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Mam Abhijananti. Bhakti yoga. And this word bhakti is never, you can't find this word in the society of other yogis. They don't speak about bhakti. They don't. The two words bhakti, bhakta, and bhagavan. Bhakti, bhakta, and bhagavan, they are transcendental. And they're connected. When you see bhakti, when you see bhakta, means bhakti is there, and bhagavan is also there. Because he is as well as bhagavan. So, bhakti yoga is only a requirement to get Krishna. As I said, everybody looking for Krishna, even the great demon. Because what are they looking? They're looking for maybe opulences. They're looking for name, fame, adoration. Because those are the qualities of Krishna. And they want to imitate Krishna. You see, they can't get Krishna that way. But one is the bhakti yogi, then he gets to the Lord. Because Krishna never manifests himself to anybody. Krishna always hides himself. But he cannot hide to a devotee, from the devotee. Because the devotee has captured him by his love, prima bhakti. Krishna cannot. Mahaprabhu said, Bhakta amam prima bhajate hudaya vitare yane trapore taide koyamare. Mahaprabhu said, my premi bhakta, my pure devotee, loving devotee, he sees me everywhere. Even I hide, I can hide. Like in a Krishna book, when Krishna wanted to hide from the gopis, all right, he came in the form of Narayan, four-handed form, but he couldn't do so to Radharani. He tried, he couldn't hide himself. So the Supreme Lord is like that. A Bhakta sees him. So Bhakta ama prima banyate hudaya vitare jane trapore tari koyamare. My prima Bhakta, my loving devotee, sees me everywhere. And Prahlad Maharaj said that. Ekante bhaktir govinde yatra sarvatra dikyanam. Prahlad Maharaj says that a prima Bhakta, pure devotee, everywhere you see Govinda. Yatra sarvatra dikyanam. Lord Govinda is giving darshan. This is the goal of life. And Mahaprabhu came to give this. Sikaya Shranagati Bhakatera Pran. Mahaprabhu came to teach how to surrender to Krishna so that we can actually achieve the ultimate goal of life, to be with Krishna, to realize our rasa. What's my rasa with Krishna? What's my relationship with Krishna? This happens when we realize Krishna. Naturally, you realize eternal, perfect relationship. That's what Mahaprabhu said. Jivara Swarupa, Krishna said das. But it's a Siddhanta. What is that? Das. What does that mean to be Krishna das? You have to realize that. You have to realize that. So, Bhakti Yoga is the most desirable thing. And say for Mahaprabhu is praying, Mahaprabhu came to teach by example. He said, Primadana vina vyarta daridra jivan dasa kore vitana more deo primadana. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna, I'm very poor. I have nothing. You see in this material, you can be emperor of the whole world. You can own material like the demons. Sometimes you have to defeat the demigods. And they start ruling the whole planetary systems. Like Bali Maharaj, you know. But that's not wealth. The real wealth is Krishna. As I said, everything we do, we're looking for Krishna. We're looking for Krishna. But Krishna can only be realized through Bhakti Yoga process. That's what Bhakti Dana. Bhakti Dana means that's only wealth to get Krishna. You cannot get Krishna in any other way. Only through Bhakti Yoga. That's what Krishna Bhakti Amam Abhijanati. Through Bhakti only I can be realized. You tell Arjuna, oh Arjuna, only through Bhakti you can see me as I am, the way I'm talking to you. Otherwise, no other means is there. Krishna never impressed by any other means. Only Bhakti. He become bound by Bhakti like Maria showed upon him. So Mahaprabhu is praying, Primadana Vinova Daritra Jivan. I'm a poor, I don't have any wealth, but oh my Lord, make me your das, make me your servant. Make me, this is Mahaprabhu's motto. Make me your servant, and in return, don't give me material wages. Don't give me material remuneration, material salary. Give me love of God. That's a real dana, real asset. Primadana vina daridra jivan dasa kore. Make me your das, dasa kore vitane deo primadana. You, in return, just please give me love of God. And if you never understand, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Dana, Bhakti Krishna Nam, Shmara Kandan. Bhakti Yoga means always to chant the names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Always chant these names on your beads in association with devotees. Always. This is a blessing, never been given before. All other activities should be around the holy name. All other activities, even when we glorify the Supreme Lord, we sing bhajan. Someone may ask, the Hare Krishna is Mahamantra. Huh? Nama bina kali kale nai hadharma. Sarva mantra sari shastra morma. This is the only process to chant the holy name in this Kali Yuga. No other dharma is there. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalo nastiva, nastiva, nastiva gatina. This is only dharma. But then the acharyas, they've written so many songs we sing every morning. Why? Those prayers, bhajan means prayers. They are known as Nam Bhajan. They are also known as Nam Kirtan. What does this mean? We're doing the Kirtan of holy name. Means we worship holy name as Supreme Person of Godhead. Kali Kali Nam Rupa, Krishna, Avatar. Krishna is incarnated in this Kali Yuga in the form of holy name. So the Vaishnavas, all the Vaishnavas, they know this. So they glorify so many bhajans. Sorry, Prabhu, it's time now. Sorry, yeah. Anyone has comments to add or a question? We can take one question before you leave. Everything's okay? Sorry, forgive my lack of knowledge and my inability to really speak Bhagavatam, but whatever I heard from Sadhu Guru Vaishnava, I just spoke it. Please forgive my mistakes. Again, my lack of knowledge. So, always chant the holy name of the Lord in association with the body. This is what Mahaprabhu came to teach. There's no other dharma is there. And Bhakti Yoga, Vrindavan said Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Dana, Bhakti Krishna Nam, Shmaran Kandan. Always chant the holy name, remember holy name, cry for the mercy of holy name. Holy name, Supreme Lord. We can just chant, take the beats, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When we come to the temple, we see the deities, we bow down, we take very respect, you know. So holy name like that. Like we glorify Bhagavatam before speaking Bhagavatam, because the Supreme Lord, we approach with prayers. And when we chant holy name in the beats, we pray to the Lord, sing one bhajan, something, my whole, because no Supreme Lord. You know chanting, the holy name is self-manifest. The Supreme Lord, Swatantra Bhagavan. If the Lord doesn't manifest in your tongue, you won't chant. We have to know that. And then when we know this, we become very respectful. We offer prayers. My Lord, please always be there with me. Give me your shelter. And when the Supreme Lord is pleased, then it becomes easy to chant. You get inspiration to chant. You develop taste for chanting. Okay? Jai, let's back to you. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your association. Hare Krishna. Grantrashma Bhagavatam.
What's the objective of the Canto 3? There's a third canto, no?
Third canto.
Third canto. Yeah, in first canto, I have read there's a 1 to adhyaya. Is there first is a Muni, curiosity of Muni Sadhu. They ask the question, who is the Krishna in the first canto. There's a, so the same is like that in this third canto, in this adhyaya. There's a whole adhyaya. What's the theme or objective of whole adhyaya? If you say explain in 1-2 line, there's a whole.
Exactly. The whole Bhagavatam is meant like that. Everywhere in Bhagavatam you have a dialogue, you know. Sadhu and spiritual master and disciple ask questions. It's question and answers. Like Vidura and Maitreya Rishi, yeah, and Sukadev Goswami Parikit Maharaj, Sutta Goswami, and the sage of Naimisharanya, headed by Shanuka Rishi, and Narada Muni with Narada Muni, was the Yudhishthira Maharaj, you know, even Dhruva Maharaj, and being instructed by Narada. So that's inside Bhagavatam. That's what we learn from Bhagavatam, by reading Bhagavatam.
Because everybody do the chanting, many one. I am just discussing about the devotees who do the chant. So everybody do the chant. Everybody are Krishna conscious in this association. But at the time of moksha, God selected some few one only. So why is this? Because
God selected some few.
because some few get a moksha, again they come again take a birth of a Brahmin or any other, and they again got a transfer. I read that line. There is a if I will if we want to divert, we want to go in material world, then God will send again, go enjoy your material world, and he put it in material world again and give a birth. So
no, when we come, so the different moksha, yeah. If you get other liberation, there are five type of liberation, you know. So the impersonalists, yeah, Mayavadis, for instance, their liberation, they go up to Brahmajyoti, then they fall down again. But once you get Krishna Bhakti, you will never fall down again. If a devotee comes down, by the will of the Lord, he come to preach, he come to do some service. Like Arjuna was like acting like an ordinary person, right? In illusion. That's a plan of Krishna, right? Like Jai and Vijay, they came also material world. That was the plan of Krishna. They're devotees. So it's no question that Krishna select the people. No. Once Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, if one attains me, he will never again come down. That verse also says, Janma karma chamedivyam evam yovedi tavatati. Or Arjuna, once you understand my true nature, you know, then you won't take birth again, take material body. So material body means because of karma. But if you're free from karma, you won't take material body back. Even the sadhus.
Krishna is such an energetic power. So why his mom Devaki Safaina Kara was in that way?
Is it Devaki?
Yeah.
But that's why I'm explaining. These all leelas. Krishna leelas. Right? but they're not suffering. They associate the Parsadas with Supreme Lord. When Supreme Lord is like a director of a drama, so when the Supreme Lord says, okay, and now I'm gonna go, I'm coming as an avatar incarnation. So he arranged all his associates, they all come down with him. And then he point, you're gonna play this role, that's gonna play that role, right? Like a theater. When you go a very good professional theater, when people play the role, some people they believe in that. It's just like we watch Mahabharat, you know, it was movies, you know. But people, including myself, you get really, you think that this is real actually. But the actors, they do that maybe to get some money, something, but because they play those roles so nicely, you see like this is reality. So Krishna comes with his, along with his associate, and then he plans everything. He tells you, you're going to do this, you're going to be Devaki, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. Is that clear? Yeah. So one thing, rest assured that the goal is to develop Krishna Bhakti. Once you get Krishna Bhakti, Krishna can do what he wants. That's a Bhakta doesn't care. Narayana Parasarve Nakusta Pibhyati. Like the devotee to Lord Narayan or Lord Krishna, he can be in hell, he can be in his mature world, he may be suffering. So many pastimes, Leelas are there, especially Mahaprabhu's Leela. Some is a devotee, they were suffering so much out of poverty, out of bodily discomfort, disease. That Vipra was, he had a wound everywhere. Sridhar Kulavecha was the poorest person in Navadvip. He was selling banana leaves or something like this. But when Mahaprabhu decided to give them all the opulence, they didn't want that. They said, no, we want to be like this. They're enjoying the nectar of pastime, but to the ordinary eyes, people, they say, oh, they used to say, this Sridhar is very poor. He's just chanting, howling, chanting Hare Krishna. He's so poor, man. He's doing this to fill his belly. The Krishna is like this. But they cannot understand. That's a Bhakti Bhakta, Bhagavan. They're transcendental. They are on the fourth dimension. So you can never understand that unless you become purified. So this is talking about purification. Don't forget, everything we do as sadhana should become purified. Bhakti Yoga will purify you. No other method is there. Like you get the example of gold. Put in the fire, and then the low quality gold becomes purified. So it's getting late. I did everybody getting late, yeah. Oh, I see. Okay, ready now. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for
Yeah.
thank you, Prabhuji, for giving the class. And as we know, Prabhuji will be traveling to South Africa and India for preaching. We will miss your association, Prabhuji, here.
I'm going to miss you.
And
Miss yours.
Hare Krishna.
But Krishna will bring us together. So I didn't go. You going to sing? Let me sing. You can sing? Yeah, please. Oh yeah? If you want money? Okay. So thank you so much, Balaji. Very nice question. And thank you for listening. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sarma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Bandamo Isavadana Mandomoi sabodano mate mandomoi mate jara prasade ba e bhavato riya jara prasade ba e bhavato riya Krishna praptiya oite Krishna praptiya Krishna praptiya oite Krishna praptiya Guru Mukha Padma Bhakya Site Te Koriya Akya Guru Mukha Padma Arana Koriya Mane Asha Arana Koriya Mane Asha Arana Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Rati Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Jepasade Pure Sarva Asha चक्षुदान दिलोये जन्म जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षु दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति आइते अविद्या विनाशा जाते Vede gai jara chari ito vede gai Siguru karuna sindhu adhama janara bandhu Siguru karuna sindhu lokena lokera jivana lokana Prabhu kara daya pe amore padasaya Ebyasa gusutri bhuvana Dwapade laila sharana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Nama Vishnu Pada Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Saminiti Namine Nama O Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swami Nitinamine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachatari Satarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pachatari Satarine Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Jai Shri Prabhupada Guru Puja Sarva Mangala Ki Jai Jai Vishnu Paramsa Prabhupada Acharya Stuttara Saraswati Srimad ISKCON Pratishta Bhiviti Samstapakacharya Vaishnava Sramani Gaura Priyajana Krishna Prema Bhakti Datta Padita Bhavana His Divine Grace Abhachanamina Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shri Prabhupada Ji Ki Jai Shri Gaudiya Guru Varga Patita Udhara Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja Sarva Mangala Ki Jai Guru Adi Pramanande All glories to the Son of God All glories to the Son of God All glories to the Son of God All glories to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
So I did this and this harmonium.
Oh yeah, sorry. Translation. The Lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain the pure devotional service. I bow down to the Lotus feet, just follow. I bow down to the Lotus feet, we are all reverence. By His grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from the Lotus mouth. Attachment to the Lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From Him I study prema and malice. By Him ignorance is destroyed. The very scriptures sing of His character. I was with the Master of the ocean of mercy, friend of the poor, Lord, and Master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us, give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds, and we take shelter. Jai Bhatit Bhavana Srila Prabhupada Ji Ki Jai. Haribo.